All right. Turn on reaction. Google Chrome. Turn on. All right. So one person watching, I think. Whew, that took a long time. All right. Okay. Let's. How is it on live? Even? I don't know. Let's see. How can I see if it's live or not? Pop-up chat participants. No. What's this? Dashboard. Am I on live? Even? Let me check. Am I even doing this? Okay. Oh, it looks like I'm alive. No, I'm alive. I'm on live. Okay. All right. Hello. Thank you. I'm going to, if you can help me, can you help me to post links? I thought I cannot do this today because of the technical difficulty, but I can now. So I'm going to post this link now. All right, and start from there. Hang on a minute. How can I share this? Oh my gosh, this link. Okay. All right. Let me share link. Okay, I am on live. Okay. Okay, I am. If you have questions, please let me know. I have some questions to go over, but if you haven't read the questions, I will share the questions. Hang on. After I share this information. All right. Hey, good day. G'day, guys. All right. Okay, let me, what am I going to do? Okay. Now, do I have, yes, we have, no, we don't have that. Oh, I'm so in a mess. Okay. Where is it? Oh my gosh. All right. Let me share, not this one. Okay. So I have some questions to go over. And let me prepare first before I say anything. Oh man. That was a mess. That was a super mess. I'm sorry. I haven't done this for a long time. So for some reasons, my Chrome setting, it was rejecting all the camera and microphone for some reason, so I couldn't go on live. Well, even if I did through the software, the setting was so messed up, so I couldn't really do anything. The video was very jerky. All right. So here, if you haven't read the questions, you can go ahead and read these questions. Oh my gosh. Hang on, that's not me. Hang on, I have to be me. Where am I? There. There. Here you go. Okay. So that's that. All right. So before I begin, I really appreciate your support. Yes, I have passed. I passed my 7th month exam in April, and that was so great. What a relief. I'm going to talk about it because there is some questions about it, I think. So I'm not going to talk about it right now, but I really, really appreciate your support. The Patreon people. By the way, I do have Patreon. So if you think what I'm doing is very helpful, you can join me at Patreon. So that will help me to keep good contents. It takes a long time and it does cost a lot to keep the thing going. So if you can support me through Patreon, that would be great. I'm thinking about the doing the membership at YouTube, but I'm not too sure if I should do it or not. If you have opinion about it, please let me know. And also, as probably you might know, that I have book Kendo-Guide for beginners at Amazon, and also if you prefer PDF file, I can you can go to my website kendoguidecom, and you just click on books and courses, and then you can find a PDF file to buy as well. Okay, so if you have time and financial support, if you're willing to support me financially, that would be great. Sorry. Oh, thank you very much. I had a technical difficulties before. Now I'm having difficulty to control my own body. Okay, so let me go over questions. If you have questions, if you think of some questions, please let me know. I'm here to answer your questions. It doesn't have to be the questions that related to like 7th dan exam and all that, or you can ask me what can I do to accomplish, say for example, humikomi, or whatever you're having difficulty with, struggling. Let me know. I'm here to help you as always. All right. I studied Kendo about 2 months ago. Your video have helped me quite a bit. Thank you very much, and welcome to the Kendo world. Yes, I made videos so people can learn Kendo smoothly, and it's Kendo. Yes, it is cool. It's cool martial arts, and but it's lacking a lot of information, especially how-to information. So I'm glad that if you found my videos useful, I'm very, very glad. Thank you very much. Okay, now if you have questions here, I'm sorry, I can't read it. Question: how to deal with someone who knows what their own okori looks like and intentionally use that as part of semi? Well, if you know they're using it intentionally, you can use it intentionally too. For example, if it's always, I don't know what, if you give me your cue or done level, please tell me so I can give you probably more appropriate uh, advice. So if you don't mind sharing your grade, that would be good. Sorry. So now, okay. Oh my gosh, I haven't done this for a while, so I cannot talk properly either. Okay, now, if you don't mind, please share this link with your Kendo mates now, so I can, we can share these information with them as well. All right. Okay, so the seme is so you have you the on okori looks like and intentionally so okori, you know what okori is, everyone? Okori, okay. Okori is a movement, initial movement that you before you strike. So okori can be this, okori can be this, shinai move this. Okay, okori means like like this as well. Even your mind or your eyes go, I'm going, and then that's okori. Now, it is good. It is a good bait. You should use it too. Okay, so a lot of people use it because if you don't use it, your opponent just stands there and then just do this, right? Nothing happens. Right? If you just strike man or kote when your opponent is just standing right in front of you, not doing anything, you cannot strike man. If you strike man, you'll get stabbed. If you strike kote, it'll go, it won't hit it, maybe, right? So we want to increase the possibility or likelihood for us to get the target, right? So okori is I'm going, right? I'm going, I'm going, I'm going, like this, right? I'm going. And then your opponent probably is waiting for that moment. Okay. So they will act. If they catch your okori, they will act. So that means it's going to be your opportunity to strike them. Okay, so you're thinking, if you're showdown, nidan sandan, I don't want you to think too much about these things because I think it's always important to commit yourself into your strike. Uh, a lot of people, I understand you want to get a good valley cut, and I don't want to call it a point. Good valley cut, good cut on your opponent. Uh, so I wanted to focus on. I think it's very important. Um, the grade 1, 2, 3 for shodan, nidan, sandan level. It's very important for you to learn commitment. Once you go, you go. All right, rather than getting the point. Now, having said that, if you think your opponent, okay, your opponent is waiting for your okori, or your opponent is going, okay, I'm going, and that's a bait, and your opponent is, maybe you are going for it, but that's a bait. So as long as this, and you know that is going to be your opponent's bait, right? You don't have to react to it. Okay, or if you know that's a bait, you can strike whatever you think your opponent strikes. So it's a bait, so maybe your opponent is striking your kote, so that means you can go, yeah, okay, and your opponent shows his bait, kotenmen strike, for example. Or this is more advanced. If your opponent comes in or show their okori, you get in a little bit more. Okay, you don't have to physically get in, right? You go, okay, your opponent shows the okori, go poof, like this. Can you see me? I moved a little bit, but my feet aren't moving. But usually, when your opponent is showing the okori, that is kind of their striking distance. Okay, or just a little bit before their striking distance. Let's see what happens. All right, so if that's it, your striking distance, their striking distance, and go, your tension is really high, and then they show okori, and you go, okay, now you know it's a bait. You go a little bit like that, and then your opponents go, and then that's your time to go strike. Okay. Now, of course, it's a theory. It always doesn't, you know, it doesn't always work beautifully like that. But as you know, that's what you should be working on because it's a theory. Theory and performance have to go together, right? We call it ji, li, ich. Ji is performance, li is theory. Ichi means together, okay? It's like ki kentai ichi, okay? Ki, energy, and ken, sword, tai, body, all have to get together, right? Ichi is together or harmonized or integration, right? Whatever, however you want to interpret it, that's the same thing. They have to go together, right? So G, performance and theory have to go together. Okay, so I hope that does it answer your question? Okay, hopefully I answered your questions. Now I have this bunch of questions. Oh, great, thank you. Okay, so if you guys have more questions, let me know. And again, please share the link with your Kendo mates. Okay, if you have a X account, please tweet. Do we say still tweet? Tweet it in your X account and Facebook. Please do so. Oh, say thank you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. And again, yeah, say that reminds me. Thank you very much. Now, as I said, I have a Patreon account. Uh, if you don't know what Patreon is, Patreon is a platform that helps creator like me to create good content, so you guys can enjoy and learn Kendo, things, Kendo stuff. And Sei is one of the oldest supporters, and I've been doing this for a long time. As you probably know, I've been doing YouTube videos before Google purchased YouTube. So ever since I came to US, so 2005, I started posting videos on Google and then YouTube. So I've been doing that for almost 20 years next year, right? Damn. All right. So probably one of the Kendo YouTubers, if you want to say. I don't call myself YouTuber, but whatever. Okay. All right. Someone became a member. Thank you. Who is this? I just saw the Patreon website and I saw a new member. Welcome to the kendoguidecom membership at Patreon. All right, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, very insightful. You even able to read my weakness in my Kindle of lacking commitment by merely reading my. No problems. Yeah, this it is hidden target. Mind you, this is I always say to my students, hidden target, a result of good Kendo. This is from actually, I think, from a ninth dan sensei in the back in old days. And of course, ninth dan sensei says something great in the Kendo world, it spreads immediately. Okay, even when we didn't have, even the time when we didn't have any social media. So this sensei says we call this communication mental what do you call it, mental activity before you strike. This is Kendo. Okay, seme and back up, I'm putting pressure. This is Kendo part. Okay, and once you win, you gotta win. Probably you heard about this saying: strike after you win. Here in his Sokuito, or in this, kakehiki, we call it kakehiki, mental game. Okay, kakehiki. Win here and strike. Okay, so this kakehiki mental game or physical, this we're gonna use shinai to take center. All that activities is a kendo part. This is the kendo part, and striking itself is exercise, just to prove I won. See, I got your man because I won here. That is kendo. Okay, so of course I understand. Hitting part, hitting is exciting, and that's probably a lot of people like it, and but people like me getting old, and you probably cannot do kendo like teenager. So getting old, but if as long as you can understand the theory and perform the theory in your kendo, you will get better. You can still, you can beat your opponents up. That is the idea. Okay, so that's why a lot of eighth dan sensei, they are older than you, but they still kick your butt because they know what to do. They have theory and they can actually perform the theory. Okay, anyway. Okay. Question. Here you go. Question. Now, I would like to go over questions that the one of the Patreons, one of the members at Patreon website gave me. Because he's supporting me financially every month, so I'd like to go over that first. Of course, I'm not saying you guys at YouTube are not supporting me, but actually, I'd like to. This is kind of my appreciation to them. Okay, so how would you like? How do you manage a class when I think this one? How do you manage a class when the rank ranges from beginners to Kendo is preparing for full? This one is actually not the. Well, I read it, so let's go over this. Okay, so this is the question. Right, how do you manage a class when the rank ranges from beginners to Kendo is preparing for fourth dan testing? Okay, this is a great question. Now, what we do, this is kind of, we have teenagers and kids and older students, that kind of thing as well. Different age groups, different rank groups. Now, it is important. I understand the situation. Now, I was sixth dan, and regular training. At the regular training, I don't have a sixth dan all the time or seventh dan sensei all the time, right? By the way, seventh dan sensei in Indiana, probably I can say his name Sugara sensei helped me a lot before my seventh dan exam. So it does help if you have someone like that, like same rank level, same ranks or similar ranks, similar age groups. Of course, it helps, but it's not always the case. So remember Kendo, all right? If we talk about basics, I've been working on making videos on this topic as well. It's coming up on YouTube Shorts. By the way, people like shorts now. I make long videos, they don't like it. So I make shorts. But anyway, at patreon.com slash kendoguide.com at Patreon platform, I've already, you can get these videos before at YouTube, and also longer videos, wider videos. So if you really, if you think I'm doing a good job, please become a Patreon. Anyway, so we do basics. All right, we do basics all the time, and basics, waza training, blah blah blah. Now, if you become higher, you might find basics very boring, but you have to make it not boring. It's your job. Okay, so I can come up with all kinds of different, training methods. Okay, but let's say kirikaishi. Everyone does kirikaishi, right? Every single person, beginners, seventh dan, eighth dan, maybe eighth dan, they don't do kirikaishi as much as we do, but they know how important kirikaishi is, what basics is. Basic people think that it's like beginner how to learn kendo movements for beginners kind of thing, but it's not. You can make it more sophisticated if you want to. You can do kirikaishi, try to do kirikaishi with flow. Like I think you've seen Kendo breathing video. Man, yeah, man. That's one breath. And you go, man, 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 man. Two breath. Okay. And then again, man, 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 man. So if you do an entire set of kirikaishi, it's 4 breathing. All right. So you can challenge yourself like that. And yeah, so when you go onegaishimasu, this moment, you have to do, if you're a beginner, you have to, if you're fourth dan, you have to act like fourth dan from start. How you bow, and how you do sonkyo and come up. Yeah, man. When you go, yeah, this moment, you don't want to just go, yeah, man, 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 man. You don't want to do that. Yeah, focus and take center and then stop. Every single cut should be valid, right? So you can make your training more, more high, make it high quality rather than just going through the motion. That's what you can do. Okay. And of course, if you're doing waza practice, and a little bit difficult because beginner and fourth dan level is so different. But of course, all right, fourth dan, you don't want to go, even if you can get beginners like, yeah, like that, you don't want to do that. Focus, yeah, as if you are fighting sensei. Okay. Even your opponent is beginner, as if you're fighting sensei, okay? Just 1 or 2 strikes. You have to focus, okay? So, yeah. And then let's say debana men, you're practicing debana men. Yeah. As soon as your opponent, beginner, moves a little bit, strike man, okay? And go, man. With quality zanshin. Okay? Everyone, I shouldn't say everyone because it's not probably everyone. Most of people, when you go against lower rank, they take it too easy. Yeah, okay, but man, okay, I get it. You know you can get it. They know you can get it. But you don't have to prove that you can get it because we all know you can get it, right? So that means it's important how you get it. Okay, so everyone has to focus. I know if you're a teacher or instructor uh, role, if you have to do the instructor role, make sure you tell them you just because you're there to train, so it's no, you don't have to, I mean, you shouldn't be relaxing all the time because you're training with lower rank people, right? So that's what I did before seventh line exam, and I'm still doing because I know I can get these strikes, right? But how you get these strikes is more important. So it's a quality, right? Quality, how process. You're focusing on the process, not the result. Because if you're higher rank, you should get every single strike because you're higher than them, right? Let's say fourth dan beginner. Fourth dan should get every single strike, but how you get it is more important. And if you try to do it like, okay, yeah, okay, come on, okay, men like that, your Kendo becomes sloppy, and you are the one who is going to have time in future, right? So make sure every single person at the dojo do their best. Okay, of course, again, if you're higher, you have to lower your level so they can practice too. Okay, that's why I said first one or two strikes, you treat them like a sensei, and you go like that, and then you lower your level and let them practice so you can practice and they can practice. Okay, so that's very important. Now, of course, there are a lot of training methods for higher grade holders or all that, but you know, if I talk about it, they deal with different types of Kendo all the time. So, you know, there's a seventh dan sensei texted me. But anyway, so please focus on that. Okay. If you have to have different age groups or different rank groups, that has to be done. If you're kind of old enough and high enough to know such things, probably shouldn't be a problem. But probably fourth dan level, and then if they are not very experienced, they start thinking, yeah, I just have to do the. But that's wrong attitude. Okay. Oh, speaking of wrong attitude, Blake Bennett, I should say sensei, Blake Bennett, my mate, my little brother from New Zealand, he has been doing the Kendo coach, right? Probably you know that, and he made a course, and I purchased it. I went through it. Good course. Okay, he did. He has a PhD in coaching, right? It's a coaching. He said it's coaching, but these methodologies that he's sharing at his course, it helps you a lot as a student as well, because it's a technique of how you should be learning, and also if you learn, you can teach it. Okay, so that's a very very good idea to learn how to learn. All right. I have been doing Kendo for 40 years, and I have done some psychology at school. I have psychology degree from Canterbury University in New Zealand, and I know some psychology as well, but it's a long time ago. And then also I read a lot of books, sports psychology and all other stuff, and then of course I have studied a lot. I don't know how much I spent on these books and then all other stuff, magazines, all that. And, you know, we have resource. We have Blake, who does Kendo. And he talks about this, every methodology through Kendo point of view. So it's very, very easy for us to understand. So I recommend, again, I purchased it. So I can say I recommend it. Okay, I recommend that you should, if you know about learning, he can tell you. Okay, I have gone through all the books and all the magazines and all the course. Actually, it wasn't from him a long time ago. All right, courses, and then now I purchased his Kendo coach course. That's brilliant. All right, I strongly recommend if you have to uh, teach class, you must get it. Okay. If you're a senior student, you should know how to treat other people as well, right? It's very important. Everyone, including me, Blake, we screwed up our club, once or twice. We screwed up big time. But we learned hard way. But and then uh, Blake in the Blake's course, you know how to deal with these people too. I mean, actually, how to deal with people basically. So yeah, I strongly recommend that. All right. Oh, lactose intolerant. Thanks, man. I wonder if you are in an island that you will. You said you would be, but you know, I hope you're doing good. Lactose intolerant. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. All right. Let's be in touch. Always good to hear from you, man. All right. So, do you perceive your opponent differently when in shiai compared to doing keiko? I think it's shinsa or shiai. I should have asked him what he meant. Okay, keiko, let's say shinsa because I have gone through shinsa lately. The answer is no, and they shouldn't. Or some people are really good at shinsa, or some people are good at shiai than keiko because they say, uh, they can focus, they can turn this switch on whenever they have to. I can't do it. I I am not. I'm very clumsy. I'm not genius, so I know that. I'm the person who has to train uh, as if I am doing Shinsa or Shia. I cannot separate these three. Now, I think in Kendo, we always say, do Shia like you do Keiko like you do Shia. Okay, so that basically means your Kendo shouldn't change because you're doing Shinsa or because you're doing Kendo and Kendo. You're Shiai or you just Keiko. When in Keiko, you can be like relaxed and then go, some people do that. And then when they go in Shiai, they're a different person. When they're in Shinsa, they're a different person. We have these people, right? That's okay. They can do it. But personally, I cannot do it. I have to train in Keiko very hard. And then I have to bring that into Shinsa or Shiai. Now, I'm in the old days, maybe I was younger. When I was younger, uh, you know, adrenaline kicks in, and then I did probably something I never do in Keiko or something. But basically, if you do focus, my principle is if you can't do anything you can't do in Keiko, you can't do in Shia or Shinsa. So I would like to try my best in Keiko And I think Keiko is the place where I train myself physically and mentally. So that's the place when we have to put our effort most, if you know what I mean. So Shiai and Shinsa, your adrenaline kicks in. You're gonna do it anyway. Yeah, right. You don't want to fail. You don't want to lose. You're gonna do it. But uh, to me, Shinsa and one of the eighth dan sensei told me, in Shinsa you do nothing special. You just show your kendo to the judges. You show your kendo judges, and then they let them see what you can do, and that's it. Fail or pass. It doesn't. It matters, but it is what it is. You do what you can do. You show your kendo, and then that's it. I think that's the beauty of kendo or martial arts. You train yourself. It doesn't matter. It's not for anything. It's for yourself, and then judges will judge you. Oh, if your kendo is enough level for such and such and done. Your shiai, for example, your kendo, I can see that's your main strike, so I will give you a point, right? So you have to convince other people, but still, if you train properly, I think result will come with it. Again, of course, depends on your opponent. You might lose, you might win. That happens to everyone, not only you, right? So please make sure. I don't really see. I I One thing I probably try to do is relax, especially in Shiai, because of my injuries. If I do something stupid because of adrenaline, I might get hurt more, and then I have to stop Kendo. I don't want to do that. So if I was in Shiai, I would try to be more relaxed, trying to control myself. Uh, in in seventh dan exam, I think I could do. I could. I tried to. Well, I saw it as keiko because like I said, I did keiko uh, as I did as if I was doing shinsa. So I tried to have that mentality, same mentality. So I saw it as keiko. So I didn't think, I have to go, I have to go. But I just do what I do in keiko. That's what I try to do. So uh personally, I'm not, I'm not very talented. I'm not very skillful, so I'm clumsy. I try to do good in keiko, so I try to do shiai and shinsa like keiko, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I don't perceive my opponent differently in shinsa or shiai. Okay, now number two, how would how would you prepare a student going into their first, I think it's shiai, in your last practice before the event? Oh, that's a good question. That's a question to uh, Dr. Dr. Blake, Dr. Blake Bennett. Okay, I personally don't really train them hard before shiai. You can't do much anyway. Just before shiai, right? Let's say prepare in your last practice before the event. You can't just relax. You have to prepare yourself all the time. If I sound like a hole. Okay, so if like, let's say, in October I have an event, like say shiai. Now if every, let's say, for example, all US Kendo Championship every 3 years. We have US championships, all US championship in the United States every 3 years. So you know when it's going to come next. So you have whole 3 years to practice or train, right? So you have to go backwards, plan backwards. Okay, this I have to be, the best condition, right? The highest condition ever. So what can you do before that? What can you do? So before your shy, let's say 1 week before shy, 2 weeks before shy, you don't want to do anything hard because you should be training super hard towards that, and your body is tired, so you have to recover from it, right? So you have to condition yourself. You have to think about how can you bring yourself to the point you can perform the best ever, right? So that is the thing you have to think about. Okay, so I would say if the last training before the event, I want him to, or for him, or I want them to relax and make sure they don't get hurt. They don't get hurt, and they can move smoothly. So they can like I'll say maybe kakari geiko, few kakari geiko, and making them feel good, nice and big, nice and stretchy, so they can move. As I said, the performance level should be the highest at the event, not be one, the one before the event, one training before event. So make sure they know what they should be doing. If they're kids, just help them to move right. And individually, it's different. So it's hard to say, you should be doing this. But the one thing I don't do is hard training. Okay, make sure they know what they should be doing, best condition on the day. Okay, so that is the something you really have to focus on. All right. Okay, I am a 1-year Kendo rookie from Vietnam. Welcome. Found lots of helpful insights from your. Thank you very much. I hope if you have any questions, let me know. And I hope my videos are understandable. And if you don't understand some parts of my contents, let me know. I will make sure make it easier to understand. Some of the videos are old, so my methods or the way I think has changed. So if you're looking at the old videos and if I say something different, that's because I got older, and also I have more experience. It doesn't mean I'm always right? More experience doesn't mean I'm right. More experience, I know more variations to do the same thing, accomplish same thing. Okay, so what we want to do is to improve our kendo. So I always try to come up with the method so everyone can improve their kendo. I personally think if you cannot reproduce the movements that we teach, okay, it's not good. It's not a good method. I can do it, you can do it. That's the method we want, right? So it's not, we should, in Kendo or martial arts world especially, we left it up to students for a long time. I showed you basics, Kendo basics. You should be fine, but you have to figure out what to do. It's all your effort. I showed you everything, right? That's not good. Everything is different now, so I try to come up with something helpful for you to improve Kendo. So If you have questions, let me know. Okay, could you explain a little how you apply SEME at your level? At your level, my level or your level? Your philosophies work in many areas of life. Oh, your philosophy. Thank you very much. Yes, it's Kendo philosophies, the way of life, way of the soul. So my level, like seventh man level, seventh man level, but I am a beginner of seventh man. So hang on, I probably should go through these questions. Maybe if it doesn't say, it doesn't ask me any questions about seme at my level, I will answer your questions. Okay, question about my seme at beginner seventh man level. All right. Okay, so as an instructor and the person responsible for everyone's safety, do you have any advice on warning signs that someone may be suffering from discomfort during keiko? I worry about I worry about younger students that may not speak up. I see. My sensei has caught it before, but I feel like I missed it. We take it easy on kids, but if their man is not tight enough or something, they don't always speak up. So no matter how much you hold back, a slight tap cannot be fun. Okay, so I will. Oh, it's too long. Okay, I worry about. Okay, let's say this much. Okay, all right. So you keep an eye on every single student if you're an instructor. We want to teach, but we want to, of course, make sure they understand what we're doing, what we're trying to show them. And of course, the safety is very important. So if they feel like, they are, sometimes this happens even to adults. We have a lot going on outside the dojo, work, relationship, family, and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes you don't feel like you go to dojo, but you went there anyway, but as you still feel not right. You can actually feel. So it's very important to look at them all the time and have a slight conversation with them. After all, if you're an instructor, they have to trust you. So to earn the trust, you have to talk to them, and they feel like they are okay with you. And like he said, they don't speak up, so you have to reach out. You don't seem like you have much energy today. What happened, man? You didn't sleep well, or you have some issues? Even just a little brief conversation. Of course, people don't sleep because lack of sleep because they drank too much last night. It's not the case for young people, but like even if it's things like that, you see the difference. So you have to pay attention to every single person at the dojo, and then you ask, you seem like you're like limping a little bit. What happened? You weren't doing that before. Just a little like that. And in all days, if you're at the dojo, it doesn't matter if you're hurt or not. You're there to train, right? So they didn't give a damn about it. If you're there, you train. Period. I understand that as well, but again, we're not professional, right? We don't actually get money. Even if I want to, I can't, right? I want to do this every week, every day, live, but I cannot do that because I don't get paid. enough to support my family, right? So I have to go to work. But some people, like Japanese police force, if they are working for Japanese police force, they do get paid. Doing kendo is their job, so they get paid by doing that. Like physical, like if you teach physical education or if you learn kendo as your specialized subject in Japan, and you become physical education teacher, whatever the teacher you become, and you teach kendo club. We call it semi-professional because they do kendo all the time after school. They they train with their students, and they take their students to somewhere else to train, and then they can train with others, right? Other people. So they're semi professional. Police force, professional. Uh, Educators, semi-professional. If they are teaching kendo at school, but we are not like that. And I really hope I can teach kendo, and then I can support my family. But I'm not there yet. So I need your support. If you're financially okay, please like buying my stuff, buying my book, videos, and you can super chat me now, or you can become a patron at patreon.com. So however you can support me, that'll be great. Okay, having said, of course, watching my videos that generates money from YouTube, and I can pay. YouTube gives me money, so that's another thing. Okay, so however you can support me, I really appreciate that. Anyway, so you pay attention to every single person, right? And you don't have to be like super sensitive, but if you find something weird or something different from of their, what of your members, you ask them. Okay, just so they know you care about them, right? So it's very important, and also to prevent very common injuries in Japan. In Kendo, shinai, broken shinai is bad. The splinter is bad. So make sure every single person is responsible for their own shinai. And then if you find something weird, just stop and check your shinai, their shinai. Okay. All right. Jason Kim, I've been extremely interested in Nitoryu, but I understand the need to work on foundation. Is there something I can do to prepare myself as I work to reach Yondan, or just focus on Chudan? Well, that's a great question. Jordan, Nito, it's a very, in all days, we were told not to do Jordan or Nito unless you would be able to do Chudan. But these days, again, we are not professional. I would say if you have a good sensei, okay, if you have a good sensei, you should learn from them. If you don't have a sensei around you, I will share this website. I used to go to Nito camp in US, and after COVID, well, not after COVID, when the COVID happened, of course, everyone has to stop doing this. So, okay, this YouTube video site called Ichini Ichijo. This is a group of Nito people that I totally trust. They are the people, a group of Nito people who wants to spread the Nito correctly. So it's not like, oh, I'm going to do Nito my way. They have their methodology and they want to make sure Nito will survive in the future correctly. So you might heard eighth dan sensei, Toda sensei. Unfortunately, he passed away. Toda sensei passed his eighth dan with Nito. I think it's the second person after World War II passing eighth dan exam with Nito. And he started Ichini Ichijo. He was the person who was in the Kendo Federation. There are other group of Nito outside Kendo Federation, but he is the person who was the Nito person in all Japan Kendo Federation. And now Fuji Sensei is taking Nito, and he passed his eighth dan exam with Nito. And he is inherited. He has inherited Toda Sensei's Nito methodology and structure and his passion of Nito. And he is sharing the information or sharing his knowledge with others in Japan, of course. But everyone can participate in that. Okay, participate in that. And then Sato Sensei, seventh dan, he is also doing Nito seminar. So I think I can share. He is going to have Nito seminar in Japan. Okay, and I'm sure everyone is welcome. But of course, in Japan, and then I'm sure some English-speaking people will attend. So if you don't understand what's going on, you can ask. But if you're lucky, there will be a translator. If you're not that lucky, you still should go, because that is these senses are the person you should go when you want to learn Nito. Okay, and so I would say, of course, you have to find Nito. Ichi ni ichijo means one sword, two swords, they are same. So if you go like this, man, same thing, right? Same thing, but of course, there's a methodology and how you go, pum, strike mountain, pum, like that. They teach you how to do it. Okay, and there is another new eighth dan sensei, Yamana sensei, who passed. I'm sure he passed his eighth dan exam with Nito as well. So we have a bunch of Nito sensei, great sensei. So these people should be the one you are looking for. Okay, so if you cannot find any teachers, just connect, subscribe to that video YouTube channel, and I'm going to share their website here. Oh, this is the same. Okay, hang on a minute. Oh my gosh. There's something wrong. Something is wrong. Something is seriously wrong. Okay, here you go. Kendo Nito. Okay. All right. Here is their website. Okay, their website. Bad. All right. Okay. So I have a cracking and a painful shoulders too, and learning to fix it. Also, I want to ask your current tips to maintain your body when doing Kendo length. Okay, I'll come back to that. All right. Okay. When you didn't pass your previous examinations, what helped you decide what you needed to work on next? Okay. Now, this is a question from the Patreon. So I passed my seventh dan exam the third time. That was my third time exam, and then I passed. And then the first one was in Japan, and then Corona hit. What was called pandemic. We were in the pandemic, so I couldn't do that, and I had shoulder surgery after that. So 1 year pandemic, about 1 year my shoulder recovery, and then finally I tried second time, and then it failed, and then third time I passed. Now, so after I failed, I had to know what I need to work on, right? So let's say, because I got pandemic, so second, I knew I needed to have good semi, okay? Good semi, but knowing I need to, what I need to, what I was lacking doesn't solve any problem. I need to know how to have good semi, right? This is how part. I know what, but I didn't know how. So to know how, I decided to go to these senseis to learn how I should be overcoming my weaknesses, which is lack of semi. So I went to eighth dan sensei. Luckily, we have two eighth dan senseis in US. So I asked them to train me, and they did. And it was of course hard, and it's not exactly how to do it. Of course, some sensei showed me how my left hand should be and what I should be doing, and through keiko and through just verbal instruction, and that was very helpful. You're gonna know one. Let's say what is lacking, right? What is lacking, but you have to know how you can overcome it, and to know how to overcome your weaknesses, you have to know, especially like semi is vague, so it's your sensei you encounter gives you some tips. Oh, you should be doing this. I do this and strike right, so you should be doing this too. So that if they are doing it and it works, you should be doing it too. Okay, so you have to learning is not only they are telling you what to do. Learning is figure out what they are doing, and then you try it and then see how it works. And also, whatever they tell you to do, you do it. You do it. You might think, does it really work? Is that right? Yeah, but it's not your place to question their methodology or question what they say you should be doing, because they're done. It's about you trying to change your kendo. So whatever they tell you to do, you have to do it, because if you don't change your kendo, there will be no improvement. If you know what I mean? So please make sure know, oh, you're lacking this. Okay, that's one thing. You realize what is lacking. And next is how to overcome it, how to fix it. Okay, so to do so, people tell you what to do, but you don't want to listen to a lot of people. That's why I only went two people. Okay, this sensei and that sensei, and learn from them. Okay, and Just do what they say. Okay. If you have your sensei, and maybe you might think, oh, it doesn't work, but probably it doesn't work because you're not doing it right, or you didn't do it long enough. So kendo is not the sensei doesn't tell you. Sometimes it works right away, sometimes it doesn't, and most of the time it doesn't work right away. It really, you really need to study it. So are you ready to study? So it's really, you really need to guide, you have good guidance. Okay. And then work on it. And if your guidance sensei doesn't tell you how to do it, it's not their fault, because that's, if you can figure that out your own, that's the best. And if you can do it, and then you come to the point that I don't know really what I'm really doing wrong. I tried this, I tried that, but I can't still do it. And then go back to the sensei and ask the questions. Okay. If you think, you ask questions and you give them answer and then you do it, it doesn't work. Probably you got it wrong. You think the process, your process is wrong. They give you what, they usually give you what is wrong, and they don't give you how to fix it. And I try to give my students, whoever they ask me what to do, I give them how to fix them. If I cannot give them how to fix their issues, I will probably suggest you try this, you try that, and then let's work on together. Maybe, but figure that out your own is very important. So even if you learned how to do it, after all, you are the person who controls your body. So you have to figure out how you can accomplish that result. Okay, so that's what I did. I knew what is lacking, and I asked for guidance. So I went to learn what to do, and of course, I had to study what I learned from this sensei and at my dojo, right? So that is the process. You learn, you do it, you polish up. Okay, you fine tune it. Learn, practice, polish up. Learn, practice, polish up. That's the process. Okay, we call it Yagyu Sanma no Kurai. Okay, we talk about it a lot in this channel. Yagyu Sanma no Kurai. Okay, that's from Yagyu Shinkagiryu. All right, so if you want to know what it is, I'll send you a link. Yagyu, hang on. Kendo-Guide Sanma no Kurai. Oh, I have a YouTube video too. I didn't know I did that. I didn't know I had a YouTube. Video for that. Okay, that's the Yagyu Sanma. Okay. What did you focus on for my 7th Dan exam, I assume? Okay, yeah. What did I work on? Seme. Okay, now go back to the seme question. Who asked the seme question? The 7th Dan level, my beginner 7th Dan level. Okay, so who was it? I'm sorry, I lost. Oh, I don't know how do you pronounce gnome? All right. Could you explain a little how you apply seme at your level? So seme, what did you focus on? So I focus on seme because seme was lacking. Now, it doesn't mean I fully understand what seme is. Probably I understand a little bit of what works, what's not. Seme is actually one, it's not like something mysterious. What you have to do is I think someone asked, okori. He shows okori. Your opponent shows their initial movement of striking, and that's a part of seme as well. If you show that you're going, your opponent will react to it, right? We need this reaction. We need reaction. We have to evoke reaction from your opponent. The reason, again, is that if your opponent is not moving at all, you cannot strike anywhere. The man is not open. Man looks like open, but if you strike man, I just go like that, and you get stabbed, right? And you kote, for example, kote, it's not open, right? And you strike kote. Now, it's not open, and you think if let's say I'm showing kote like that, it might be a bait, right? So if you try to strike really, really fast, but all I have to do, if I see if I see you coming for kote, I just go like this, like that, or I can just go like this, right? So if I'm not moving and you try to strike me, what's the possibility that I can get you, right? So I have to increase the possibility of my strike will become ippon. So that means I have to evoke reaction from my opponent. Now, when you do seme, right? Seme is pressure, but just pressure. You have to understand tense. If I give you tension all the time, you will become very alert. Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's coming. Right. So if I go when you're alert, right, you can either block or you can strike me because you're very aware of what's going on. Now, we are losing viewers. Probably I've been talking too long. Maybe I have to finish. Okay, so or let's get more people. Let's get more people. So seme, you have to evoke some actions from your opponent. Okay, so seme can be tension and relax, tense and relax, tension, and you build tension between you and your opponent. That's good, right? That's good. So your opponent goes, okay, I'm going, but you can't go when your opponent is ready for your strike. Okay, so you can sometimes relax a little bit and evoke some action. Usually they strike you and you go strike. Okay, because have you heard the opportunity when to strike? Opportunity is when your opponent is just about to come. Right, just about to come. You have to get this moment from your opponent. So to get this moment, either you go and you go in knowing this, evoking your opponent's action, right? Tense. Just even a little bit, they go like this, right? And then you just, of course, you have to take center Just sorry, man. You should be ready, right? You take center and you make this action happen because you're in control. You can get the man, all right? And when you take center, you don't want to take center like that. When someone pushes it like that, what happens? You're telling them you're pushing, I want to take center, right? And they're going to go, no, right? And also, if you take center, like if you're pushing too much, they will be very aware of that. Okay. But if you're subtle, like your shina is touching anyway, but touching, but then you go like this, you just go, just like if you can imagine floating log, okay? If you have floating log and you just have your fingers little bit on the edge, put your finger on the edge, and then just slide it forward. The log moves out, right? Log moves out of your way. But also, we have this saying: you should be using your sword like a log, floating log. So when you push, it comes back up. When you get pushed, it comes back up. But anyway, that's a different story. So when you take center, you have to be subtle, right? Again, from time to time, you need to go take center, and then they know, oh, I don't want to get, I don't want to give you my center, and then they come back and they go, shakote, or something. That's another way to, make an opportunity. But seme should be evoking some action. That's why we are doing it. And sometimes we call it tame. Seme, tame, strike. Tame is kind of holding your seme. Once you like, I get easy example, right? I'm coming towards you, right? I'm coming towards you, and tension builds up. Okay, but I hold it, and your opponent goes, okay, hold it. He's holding. What's going to happen next? That is a part of seme. Okay, so he goes seme, you go seme, toma, shokujinoma, kojinoma, and probably you can strike your opponent because shokujinoma can be isoku ittonoma too. Isoku ittonoma means you strike, take a step and you take a step forward and strike, you can reach your opponent. That's all. If you take a step backwards, your opponent cannot reach you. So that's isoku ittonoma. Okay, that's it. All right, you don't have to strike from there. And you have your striking distance, right? Striking distance, and then you shodan, nidan, sandan, strike from there, no matter what. Okay, for fourth dan, fifth dan, you go little forward. You put a little more push. Okay, a little more push, and then evoke some action. And your opponent strikes men, it's strike, menkai shito or something. Okay, so it's really important to get another step forward. Now, if that's a seventh dan level, maybe, but everyone can start working on it. And especially when your opponent comes forward, takes center, and you don't be afraid. You don't back up. When your opponent comes forward, you go step in a little more. I'm not taking big step forward. I'm just saying when your opponent comes in, you show I'm not afraid. And then that moment, something might happen, and you go, sorry, man. Okay, when you go, you just go. Don't worry about getting hit. That have to be practiced when you're shodan in Asama. When you go, you go. When you go and then go "Wah!" like this because you don't want to get hit, that's not really good kendo. You don't get, maybe you don't lose point in shiai, but kendo wise, you shouldn't be doing that. Okay. All right. Yeah. Adam. Oh, Adam. Hey. Tame. Yes. You wrote Tame here too. Okay. Good. As if you knew I was going to say. So seventh dan, my level is still that level. Okay. So seventh dan, like at the beginning of this video, I said GD Ichi, performance theories have to go together. So if you know the theory, you have to perform it. If so now seventh dan level, probably you should be able to perform. When your opponent comes in, you go into, we call it nori kaeshi. Okay, nori kaeshi. Nori means ride. Ride on, ride. Kaeshi means return. So when your opponent comes in, I have to push your opponent's ki back. You receive it and then go back. You don't go backwards. You don't retreat. Go, all right, I'm going in two. Or we're going in two and your opponent doesn't like it and strike you and go, so that is a higher level of kakehiki, mental game. Okay, that's what I think at the moment. Maybe I'll change my mind in probably a few years. I don't know, but that's what I think anyway. All right. Okay, so congratulations, Sensei. Thank you very much. Could you share your thoughts on how Q-grade can get better at Zanshin? I've noticed that in Shiai, I always end up in crashing into the opponent, and my momentum just stops. Okay, so let's try. Oh, so I'm talking 1.5 hours. Yeah, I started a bit late, so okay, because of the technical difficulties. So let's go a little more. Okay. Could you say? Okay, so Zanshin doesn't mean pass through. Okay, if you can pass through, pass through. All right. If you cannot pass through, because you should be going towards your opponent, right? Your goal is not passing through. Your goal is strike a target, and go straight into your opponent. That's what you need to do. Okay, so let's say you go, man, and then your opponent comes towards you, right? Man, like that, right? And then you, of course, stop because your opponent's right here, right? But it goes still going, man. If you can back up, man, this too. Okay, so and then this happens when you let's say your opponent strikes your man, you strike man, and then go pan, and then sometimes you go pan, both pass through, right? You get their man, they couldn't get your man, and then they pass through, but you don't want to go too far without looking at them, right? Man, I don't know. I don't know if I should say how many steps you should go after you strike. But if you think you got it, right, good valid cut, and tendency wise, they just pass through really good. And then turn around. Zanshin, that's Zanshin. Man, Zanshin is make sure you claim it, and after you claim your valid cut, right, you go back to the previous state of mind and be ready, okay, without turning off your engine. If you turn off your engine, relax, you have to turn it back on, right? So Zanshin is going back to the previous position, which is preparation position. Okay, if I need to go, I can go anytime. All right. So going towards your opponent, crash into your opponent, that's fine. I can show you the video, but it's too, yeah, I'm going too far too much. If probably I can make a short video, but make sure, remind you, Zanshin doesn't mean passing through and turn around and take Shuda. Zanshin simply means after you strike, okay, even if you didn't get the cut, if it wasn't valid cut, if you have Zanshin in your mind, man, oh, I didn't get it, you can keep going. Simply means your mind, Zanshin is keeps you going. Man, I get it. And you claim it. When you think you get it, you claim it. Man, that's why you said man, right? Man. And then you bump into your opponent. When you bump into your opponent, all right, you probably bounces back. That's fine. You make sure you just don't go, man, oh. You don't want to do that. All right. Man, but you still have your mind on your opponent, right? So, back to preparation stage. And then you never be done until your if it's a Shia, until your referee says Mengari. Okay, they might not give you the point, right? Valid cut. So you have to keep going. That's why you always have to have Zanshin. Okay, a lot of people, especially young generation. Well, I shouldn't say young. But nowadays in videos, when I watch YouTube videos, they just go man, and then your opponent let's say your opponent's here. Let's say door, your opponent's there, and turn around. They are taking Chudan here, not there. Right? You should be taking Chudan against your opponent, but they're not doing that anymore. So I think that's not good. But it's one person's opinion. So Zanshin is always Kendo, is always you and your opponent. Without your opponent, you cannot do Shia, you cannot do Keiko even, right? So always towards your opponent. Right? You have this connection between you and your opponent. You cannot say it. We actually call it N. Okay? And as long as this is connected, you and your opponent, okay, it still keeps going, right? It keeps going as long as it's connected, right? All right. Anyway, so that's that. I hope it helps. Okay, I can probably make a video. I probably made a video a long time ago, and if you Google Zanshin, maybe my video pops up in YouTube. I mean, if you search it in my YouTube channel. Hello, I'm brand new to Kendo, and I am trying to work on proper ashisabaki. However, I'm getting massive blisters, but I'm hesitant to get a tabi. What do you recommend? So I go, well, you have to, well, blisters, tabi is a good recommendation because then you don't have to stop doing Kendo. So if you can grab tabi, that's good. If you don't do it and your blisters get worse and you have to stop doing Kendo, that's more, I think it's worse. So if you can get a tabi, I recommend you get a tabi. Now, if you don't want to wear it, I think we used to have tape our feet. We used to tape our feet and keep practicing. Those taping, the white tape we used to have. It's not. I'm not talking about kinesio tape, but we talk about like tape, white tape, so you can put some gauze or something, put something on it on your feet, and then tape it so you can still keep going. And yeah, it's the only way you can deal with blisters. You get thick skin. That's what I think. I have no other solution because that's how we go over it. And I think it's a lot of friction. So probably that's. And if you have blisters on the left big toe, that's because you're going like this, like that. You twist your left foot like this, and then that is telling you you're twisting your left foot. So it depends on. You're welcome. Depends on which part of foot you have blisters. It tells you a habit. So tell me which part of the toes you have blisters, and then probably we can figure out what to do. All right. Okay. Luis, thank you so much, Sensei. It's my dream to study with you one day. I hope you are very well. Thank you very much. It's a Luis that always leave comments. Thank you, Luis. That makes sense. Thank you, Sensei. No problems. No problems. Okay. Yeah, Piraxis. Let me know which part of your foot you have blister on. Okay. I have another question. What were some of the words of advice that you received that you were the most enlightening? There are a lot of enlightening advice I received so far. Like, you do kendo, you keiko as you do shiai, you do shiai as you practice kendo. I mean, keiko. So your kendo shouldn't change. You do one keiko. You keiko is kendo is kendo. There's no shiai kendo. There shouldn't be shiai kendo. There shouldn't be kendo keiko kendo. There shouldn't be shinsa kendo. Right? Kendo should be kendo. And also, there are a lot of things, enlightening things. You just go there to show your kendo. That's all. You don't need to do special stuff. That means you do proper training. You do best all the time at the dojo. So that's always that. But and then when you hear that from someone else, and then that really sinks in. Okay, what was the deciding factor that you made realize you were ready to test again? This seventh dan exam, I failed 2 times. One was before COVID pandemic, and then the other one is after pandemic and after my surgery. And then the last one, right? And well, I before my third exam, which is I passed, I felt good. And I felt good. I wasn't sure if I passed or not. It depends on my opponent, depends on my judges, depends on my condition. Depends on my kendo, right? At that very day. But I felt good. So, but I was working towards that exam, right? And one thing I really wanted to challenge something is because that's the good opportunity for me to do kendo with other 6th dan level who is going for 7th dan. So don't get me wrong if I say it. I saw the exam as an opportunity for me to test myself. So, and then, to know what kind of kendo out there. I I have Sentan Sensei in my area, but I have to drive 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. Sometimes I have to take airplane to do Kendo with other higher grade holders, right? So Sentan exam is the great opportunity for me to to do Kendo with other people, other similar, abilities, skill with people with similar skills. So, I wanted to go anyway. Of course, I will prepare for it to pass, but that's the only time I can practice with the same level people, right? So I just went anyway. So that's my, I think, answer if I have to answer this question. What was decision factor? Decision factor is I wanted to train with people with similar skill set. That is my answer. All right, Richard. Oh, thank you very much. Hello from Russia. Hello from America. Okay, Sean Olson, did you happen to test with Ken Tamura Sensei? No. That was kata, only kata. Yes. That was only kata. He was going for kyoshi, and I passed my Senpan Kendo exam, Shinai Kendo exam. So I was just going. I needed a partner, and he needed a partner. So we did the Kendo kata together. Okay. We love you. Thank you. The blister is on the ball of the left. There you go. Bingo. Yeah, so you're twisting it. I think I got tired towards the end of got sloppy. So this is the very common. You can't see my feet. Okay, so very common if you twist. It happens to younger people too because they try to reach out and they twist their left foot, and the last part on the floor is on the thumb, not thumb, big toe. We call big toe, big foot, thumb in Japanese. So anyway, if you twist like that, that is the place that commonly you have blister. So the only solution is to not do twist. Okay, so if you stop doing that, you will have no blisters there. All right, and of course it's going to be, thicker, so you won't have any blisters. But until you fix your habit, I would suggest to tape it if you don't want to wear tabi. Okay. Hello from Romania. Oh, hello. Thank you for coming, guys. Okay, if you guys don't have any questions anymore, I would like to finish it here. And again, I really appreciate your support. And of course, the members at Patreon, they support me every month financially so I can keep making contents. And if you are not Patreon member, I really would like to have you as a member. So please consider to become a member and help me financially so I can make these videos. Hopefully I can live out of this, but probably not. That's impossible. But I would like to spend more time with you guys so I can help you out. And also I have book at Amazon, and it's available in PDF file at my kendoguidecom website. So please check it out. And I have a course as well. Now, if you can support me or donate, you can hit the you can give me a super chat if you want to. How newbie KendoGuide can reach high dan quickly? Ooh, that's another question. Now, aim at know what to do. Okay. There's no shortcut, but there is a way to practice, right? So, for example, you have to go through, I don't know, it depends on your federation that you belong to. Our federation starts from 6th Q, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Shodan, Nidan, Sandan, Yondan, Godan, right? You got to know what you should be achieving to go up. Now, it sounds like it's to pass exams, but passing an exam means you are improving. You have improved as you're supposed to do, right? As you're supposed to, yeah, do. So make sure you know what to do. You know what you should be accomplishing. Let's say, for example, the first goal for the beginners is to get first Q. Okay. Now, first Q is the personally, I think, as you have to show good basics. So if you can do nice and big strike and with Kiken Tai Chi, all right, Kiken Tai Chi, including Fumikomi, like that, right? Now, Fumikomi is important applied technique. Okay, if you want to go boom, 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 boom like that, you need to do a fumikomi-ashi. Okay, I mean it's not strong. I strongly recommend do that. I personally think fumikomi-ashi shouldn't. You don't need to do fumikomi-ashi to do kiken tai chi, but still, it's applied technique. It's like a small main strike, for example. So you should practice that because it's a technique. So going up means you have more technique. You should have more techniques, right? So, and then Shodan Nidan Sandan, you should know what you should accomplish to pass Shodan Nidan Sandan. Now you have to know what you should accomplish to pass Yondan Godan, right? So if you know that, you can work towards it, right? And if you work towards it, and if you decide what you should be doing in each training, you can go boom, 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 right? There's no shortcut, but there's a clever way to accomplish that level. My website is to help you to do that too. Now, I have another video for how to pass Shodan Nidan Sandan kind of thing, more a Kendo-Guide for the intermediate. So if you can grab that, that's cool too. And I forgot to mention that there's a Sato Makoto Sensei's Kendo lesson. I've been working on polishing up subtitles, so and in a different form as well as English wise. So if you purchase it, I will start changing the subtitles so you can click on subtitles when you don't need it, and you can see the footwork and so forth. Previously, some people said, "Oh, I don't want to see the subtitles because I want to see more of foot movement." So I'm working on it now. Again, unfortunately, I do have work. I do work, so I don't have time to just do it all at once. But I'm gradually focusing changing these stuff. So, okay. Carrot potato. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Love you and your videos. Thank you very much. All right. So if you don't have any questions, again, thank you very, very much. Don't forget to become a Patreon member if you think, I need your support. I do need your support. Okay, and then also, if you're a total beginner, go on Amazon. You can have my book as well. And don't forget about Blake Bennett's Kendo Coach. There's a course, so please make sure you grab one. Even if you're not a coach, you have to know how to learn. That will help you to learn Kendo immediately. You don't have to grab other psychology books, sports psychology books, how to learn. you need his course. That's all right. Okay. Oh, little hearts. I don't know who is doing that. Thank you. Is it me? Oh, thank you for answering our questions. And so congratulations again, and pass your student. Thank you very much, Chris. All right, thank you guys. Indeed, been here for nearly 2 hours. Thank you again, and I'll hope I can do this another time. But again, please, if you think you can support me, please do so and spread words so more people will see this, website. They'll subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Hit the like button, and that will help me too. Right. Thank you very much. And then I'm sorry that I had technical difficulties at the beginning, so I started 30 minutes late, but I'm glad I could do this today. Thank you again. Bye.